Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. Here is the Z107.7 local news for Tuesday, January 10th, 2023. A felon is alleged to have hid a shotgun in a car before hiding from sheriff's deputies on the roof of a vacant house in 29 Palms. On Sunday at around 4:30 p.m., sheriff's deputies received a call regarding a suspicious person stowing a shotgun in the back of a gray Honda. Deputies attempted to contact the suspect, identified as John Moore, a 31-year-old resident of 29 Palms. As a convicted felon, Moore is prohibited from possessing a firearm or ammunition. Deputies say that when they spoke with him, Moore fled on foot and hid. The sheriff's aviation division was called in to assist in locating Moore, eventually spotting him hiding on the roof of a vacant house in the 7,000 block of Maud Adams Avenue before taking him into custody. Deputies also recovered the loaded 12-gauge shotgun from the back of the sedan. John Moore was arrested on suspicion of being a felon in possession of a firearm and felon in possession of ammunition and booked at the Morongo Basin Jail with bail set at $30,000. The San Bernardino Sheriff continued its off-road education and enforcement operation for the third weekend. Robert Hayden joins us with the results.
During the third week of Operation Dust Devil, deputies patrolled Yucca Valley, Morongo Valley, Landers, and 29 Palms, as well as areas of Juniper Flats and Big Bear. Deputies issued 21 California Vehicle Code citations, 1 San Bernardino County Code Enforcement citation, towed 5 vehicles, and made 1 arrest. Throughout the patrol, deputies contacted 615 citizens and provided educational resources on legal writing areas and safe writing practices. During the weekend, deputies assigned to Operation Dust Devil were also on scene to assist fire personnel in the recovery of an off-road vehicle that had been submerged in the Deep Creek spillway area. The occupants of the vehicle were uninjured and assisted to safety. Operation Dust Devil is an initiative put forth by the San Bernardino County Board of Supervisors, who authorized additional funding to assist with county-wide OHV enforcement. The off-road enforcement is meant to increase quality of life issues for residents who have complained about illegal off-roading and reckless behavior on public and private dirt roads and property. Operation Dust Devil will encourage patrols over the next several months to encourage safe and responsible off-highway vehicle operation by way of education and enforcement throughout the San Bernardino County, which is over 20,000 square miles. Reporting for Z107.7 News, this is Robert Hayden.
Facing a full agenda, the 29 Palms City Council gathers this evening for their first meeting of 2023. Reporter Heather Clisby has details.
Tonight, the 29 Palms City Council kicks off 2023 with a packed agenda, including 3 public hearings. In the first hearing, the council will consider amending the development code with updated requirements for keeping miniature pigs as pets. The second hearing pertains to state requirements of electrical vehicle charging stations. The third hearing will cover a multi-resident appeal of a VHR application in Indian Cove. The hearing will also touch on how the city handles the construction of new structures built specifically for VHR usage. The council will then consider the recent construction of 2-story homes in Indian Cove and discuss possible modifications of the development code. Regarding 2 glaring vacancies on the 29 Palms Planning Commission, the council will discuss the policy regarding those appointments, as council members have traditionally made recommendations for those positions. The meeting takes place on Tuesday, January 10th, beginning at 6 p.m. at City Hall, 6136 Adobe Road, and can be live streamed or viewed on demand via the city's website, 29palms.org. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Heather Clisby.
At today's 10 a.m. meeting of the County Supervisors in San Bernardino, the board will elect a new chair and vice chair. And of the many items on the meeting agenda, there is just one that holds particular relevance for our Morongo Basin. Reporter Mike Lipsitz is here to tell us about that item.
Agenda Item 32 will award a construction contract and approve a budget increase to just over $181,000 for a shade structure at Yucca Valley Elementary School on Pima Trail in Yucca Valley. Primarily funded with federal Head Start monies, the project calls for the installation of a 700-square-foot fabric shade structure to provide protection from extreme heat and prolonged sunlight exposure in the area around the preschool playground equipment. The structure will bring the playground into compliance with Head Start policy. See this story at Z107.7fm.com for links to the complete meeting agenda and live video feed. Reporting for Z107.7 News, this is Mike Lipsitz.
The Yucca Valley Planning Commission meets tonight in their first regular session of 2023. Though their agenda is light, the commission will receive a land use update from town staff, which provides insight into pending and in-progress projects. As always, the town welcomes comments from the public at every meeting. Tonight's meeting begins at 6 p.m. at the Yucca Valley Community Center and can also be attended online via a link in this story at Z107.7fm.com. Tonight, the Morongo Unified School District Board of Trustees will hold their regular 6 p.m. meeting at Joshua Tree Elementary. Assignment reporter Gabriel Hart has tonight's meeting agenda for us today.
For tonight's MUSD board meeting, action items include the adoption of the 2023 board meeting calendar, a request to approve County Form 1, which addresses delegation of authority, a request to approve Amendment 1 in the amount of $20,121 for DSA testing services for the 29 Palms High School Stadium Improvements Project, a request to approve quote for tennis court resurfacing at 29 Palms High School and Yucca Valley High School, a request to approve the MUSD CSEA Memorandum of Understanding for Voluntary Instructional Assistant Training, as well as for voluntary and involuntary transfers. Reporting for Z107.7, this is assignment reporter Gabriel Hart.
The Bighorn Desert View Water Agency meets at 6 p.m. tonight in Landers. Here is reporter Mike Lipsitz with a breakdown of what is on tap.
At tonight's meeting, the board is expected to fine-tune the list of which meetings qualify for director compensation and when. Standing committees and other assignments are also expected to be doled out this evening, and the board will also form an ad hoc committee to develop a management succession plan. Other business, staff, and directors' reports and public comments are also on tonight's agenda. The public is invited to attend tonight's meeting in person at the agency's board meeting office under the old water tower on Cherokee Trail in Landers. Remote participation is also an option. See this story at Z107.7fm.com for instructions and links. Reporting for Z107.7 News, this is Mike Lipsitz.
Theater 29 is hosting an original one-man show tomorrow night and Saturday night. In Kate's Last Dance, actor and writer Kevin Bone portrays 16 unique characters who help him weave together two tales of compassion that, together, present the question, when does one push aside the rules to serve a more humanitarian purpose? This special production will play at Theater 29 at 7 p.m. tomorrow night and Saturday night. Tickets are available now at theater29.org/tickets. With the holidays firmly behind us, the 29 Palms Senior Center has resumed their bi-weekly art therapy classes beginning January 13th. Arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas shares the details.
The 29 Palms Senior Center will resume hosting bi-weekly art therapy groups offered by Painted Brain, a Los Angeles-based nonprofit, beginning on Friday, January 13th from 12:30 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. Painted Brain offers a variety of services focusing on mental health. Art activities are used to get people talking, interacting, and having fun with each other while tackling one of the most pervasive challenges for people living with mental illness in our society, isolation. The group will be facilitated by Rhiannon Nordlund, a social work intern with Painted Brain, and is open to the public. There is no cost for the groups, and all supplies will be provided. For more information or to reserve your spot, please call Reach Out Morongo Basin at 760-361-1410. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Arts and Entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas.
And speaking of the 29 Palms Senior Center, they will be closing early tomorrow. The center will close at 1:30 p.m. on Wednesday for on-site staff training. The center will reopen for normal hours on Thursday at 9 a.m. That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. More Morongo Basin residents get their local news from Z107.7 than any other source. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm Jeff Harmetz.